going on, Kayy Family? What's going on? Welcome back to another video. All right, y'all already know who's back. So my lovely sister, y'all. So I've been kind of wanting to do this little Q&A with my sister. This isn't going to be like a trivia, like how well do I know her type of thing. And so, just a little intake on how it is being a mom and just a pregnant mom in general. So, I think a lot of girls, a lot of my women, they're going to like this, especially like my young women too, just to know how it is being a mom and like kind of what to expect. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So, before we get into this video, y'all got to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Y'all already know.
On the road to 3.
Y'all know what's going on. So, hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all give me a thumbs up before y'all leave this video. Y'all got to, okay? Got some juicy questions, so let's get it. All right. So, question number 1. What's your take on having kids before getting married?
Okay, so that's actually a good question because that's my story.
Okay.
So, of course, growing up, like I always wanted to, do it the traditional way, the right way. But God's timing is just perfect.
Absolutely.
And not saying He told me to have a child out of wedlock,
Right,
but
right.
Things do happen. And I would just say that when you know who you are and whose you are, then you got to forgive yourself for some of the things that happen. So originally I was like, oh man,
Did you beat yourself up about it a little bit at first?
Didn't really beat myself up about it. It's just like in my mind, because I'm a very type A person and I like planned my life out and I'm like, this is how this should be, this is how this should be, but our plan doesn't always go as planned.
All right, well, I love that answer. I loved it. I love how honest she is, and that's just one of my favorite things about her. She's very transparent, and she's not afraid to say what she's been through. I'm the very same way. Like, I feel like because that's the way to help people. I feel like God gave us a purpose, and that's one of the purposes that He gave us, to help other people. And I feel like it's easier to, tell your story because you just know there's a lot of other females out there that, maybe they don't want to say it, and it's easier for them to hear it, so you feel like they have somebody to relate to. It's another reason why I want to do this video. All right, next question. All right, what's your favorite thing about being a mother?
Good question. So, my favorite thing about being a mother, especially to Sincere, is I've been super blessed and had the pleasure of being home with my baby since literally day one. Like, y'all, that's, again, I told y'all, I plan my life out. That's something I always pray to God, and I literally, manifested. Like, I wanted to be able to be a stay-at-home mom, a work-at-home mom, because people get it twisted. Like, stay-at-home mom's just gonna be doing nothing. Baby, I work. I'm a boss. But I wanted to just be home with him. And, I was a teacher prior to becoming a mom, so I had a lot of babies. And I always knew, I love being a teacher. I love children. But I didn't want to be raising somebody else's children and have somebody else raising my child. So my favorite thing about being a mom is, being able to be there 24/7, even though, I need my breaks and I take my self-care, but just seeing my baby grow and develop and seeing his milestones for myself and not having to hear it through a daycare or a babysitter is all time.
I know a lot of moms wish, I know there's some moms out there that wish they, that they could be in that position, because I know some have to go back to work after 2-3 months, whatever the case may be, so that's definitely a blessing. I love that for her, I really, really do. While you were pregnant with your first baby, what were some of your fears or concerns about becoming a mother?
Ooh,
juicy. Your girl got the good questions.
This is good. Okay, so I would say becoming a first-time mom, I'm sure any first-time mom watching this can definitely relate, but just becoming a first-time mom is scary within itself. Because there's no manual to becoming a mother, a parent. And literally, it's just trusting God to get you through the process, and you learn as you go, and you learn as you grow, because it's a growing process. You're literally growing with your baby. So all children are different. All children develop differently. Every mother has a different way of how she wants to nurture, how she wants to discipline, and that was just my fear. What type of mother am I going to be? Am I going to be a good mom to my baby? We all fear, I want to be the best that I can be for my child. Every mom is the greatest mom in the world.
Absolutely.
We're the greatest for our children, and that's why God gives them to us. So I think that was my biggest fear. But other than that, I didn't really have any fear. When I'm pregnant, I really I focus on my peace, and I focus on just staying stress-free and just trusting God,
That's what you're
because
supposed to do, y'all.
if I stress myself out or I put this fear in me, then it's like, do I really trust God? Because now I'm second guessing.
Exactly.
So.
Boom. There you go. Trust God. That's number one, y'all. In your opinion, when is it a good time to have kids? So you can give an age, or you could give, you know, like a time in your life where you feel like it's a good time to have kids.
Man, this is a sticky question.
It is, y'all, because
this is very sticky.
Your opinion, like we said,
in my opinion, this is just
yes, y'all. This is for all of them. If you don't agree with any of these, that's fine. But this is, you know, just her opinion, how she sees things.
So I would say a good time to have children is when you are healed, because we all deal with past trauma and traumatic childhoods. No matter, it could be like on the drastic end of the spectrum or just, you know, in the middle. Like, we all have been through things, so it's definitely like a healing process. And also when you have a husband who not just a husband, but a husband who has shown you that he can be a great father as well, because that support is needed. Like, no child should have to grow up with one parent. Like, there are single dads out there are single moms.
Right.
No child should have to grow up with one or the other. It's not fair to the child. That's not how God intended for it to be. And it's important to just get to know each other and make sure y'all are right for each other. Make sure they show the qualities that you want in a father. Because it's one thing to be a husband, but he needs to be a good father as well. You gotta balance.
Absolutely.
So,
I love that answer.
like I said, once you're healed and you dealt with like your things, and then once you found a man who is a husband and a father.
Because I was just saying this not too long ago when I was talking to my sister about this a couple weeks ago. Why would you want to have a kid like with somebody that, I don't know, I wouldn't even say that doesn't like you, but I don't know if y'all just got like a little thing going on, y'all not even really together, and you just, you know, accidentally end up pregnant. It's just like, why even, well, who wants to deal with that? Like, you want to be with somebody that you're already stable with and definitely already be, I think,
and a lot of women, I feel like, in my opinion, are selfish when it comes to that, because, you know, let's just say a accident does happen, and I'm not saying I'm for abortions or not, I'm pro-choice, do whatever you feel, whatever you like, but a lot of women, they may know, like, I'm not ready to have a kid, like, this is not the right timing, but I'm gonna have this kid anyway because it's gonna make me feel better, or it's gonna fill a void in my life that I've been missing, or I'm gonna do it to be spiteful at the baby daddy or stuff like that. Like, they do it for their selfish reasons, and it's not intended for the best for the child. And at the end of the day, when you bring another life into this world, it's no longer about you anymore. Like, this is a whole person that you have to teach and have to grow and develop, and they're gonna become a citizen of this world, and you don't want to put your stuff onto them.
Absolutely.
So you can't be selfish.
Absolutely. That's another reason why I want to make this video, y'all. This isn't just for, you know, for my older crowd, my younger crowd too, because I just want for, especially black women too, it's our race mostly, but, you know, I definitely don't judge anybody that has kids at a young age and stuff, but I see, like, a lot of times it's not intentional, it's not on, you know, they don't do it on purpose, it just happens, and, you know.
Birth control.
Come on,
Get
y'all.
on birth control,
Y'all want to have kids with
use protection. Like, I'm not gonna say don't have sex, because clearly, you know, you're gonna do what you want to do.
Exactly.
But use protection. Get birth control. Take care of yourself. Like, you know, if you know you're not in the best financial situation, you know you're not just
come on, y'all gotta think about all of that.
Like, you have to think about the full picture, not just a child is not a baby doll. This is not just a little doll you're gonna dress up like, oh, you look so cute, and put you up here on the couch. Like, no, like, you need to look at the whole being of a child. And birth control, protection, ladies. I'm not playing with y'all.
Who cares about it feeling better if it's wrong? Nobody cares about that anymore. I need y'all to get out of that mindset.
No.
Like, come on.
And if he telling you that, or if you thinking that, then you better keep it pushing, because no, sis,
it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that, baby. And honestly, you know, like I said, we're not judgmental people at all, but I do like that soul tie stuff is real, y'all. So y'all just over here, you know, having sex with different people, or, you know, raw all the time. It's not. Soul ties is real. It's really real. I just feel
your
like
body should be your temple, and you should care about it more than anybody. Don't just be letting these men come in and out of these boys, whatever you're doing.
Okay. No, a lot of y'all not be men. Okay. Is it hard to get your body back after pregnancy?
Whew, child. I'm gonna say, like, it depends on the person. Like, everybody is different, because I'm naturally small, so when I'm pregnant, I don't like gain a lot of weight, and I don't like, you know, stretch crazy. So I kind of like go back to my shape easier, but it still takes work. It's not
Right.
like I just snap back in place, because it is very hard as a mother. Like, your body has just went through a 10-month transition.
Yep.
And then like after even, carrying a baby, you go through labor and delivery, and then after labor and delivery, like you're nursing if you choose to do that, and your body's just still transitioning, so it's hard. Like, they call it the fupa, but you need to start working out, or start to and make sure you're just having a good diet too, because you can't just be eating whatever you want just because you're not pregnant, or some people, even when you are pregnant, people think, oh, I'm pregnant, I'm just eat whatever. Like, no, like I still make sure I eat very healthy, and just to make sure I have the nutrients for my body, and my baby has the nutrients that she needs as well.
Number one, I love that. Would you have any more kids? Y'all, she on baby number 2, y'all. So she over here. I know she's gonna say no, but
this is baby number 2. I have a son already that many of you probably know about. He is Sincere, and then this is my baby girl. The gender is already out there, so I can tell y'all that.
Yes.
Y'all can't tell me that.
Sorry,
but I have a boy and a girl, and literally that's what I wanted. Like, my whole life growing up, I always said, Lord, please bless me with a boy and a girl, and literally a boy first, then a girl, and he did exactly what I asked for. So it's like,
so she didn't have any more, she'll be fine.
I don't need to ask for anything else. Like, God has did His work, His magic, and I'm pretty sure this factory is closed. Okay?
I will tell y'all though, she did say that she didn't plan on having another baby for another couple of years. But God's plan was different. She ended up getting pregnant this year, so you never know what can happen, y'all.
Oh, no, I know. My husband is going to get fixed. Next question.
Are you excited about having a girl, and why?
Oh my God.
Clearly.
Super excited. Like, who doesn't want a mini-me? Like, of course, Sincere is my mini-me. Like, that's my baby.
Right.
He act like me. He look like me. And he's a mixture of me and his dad.
It's different
but it's
gender.
so
Same
different
gender.
when it's the same gender,
Yes.
y'all. Like, literally. A little Mudifa. Like, girl. It's like a good thing and a bad thing, because I always remember, like, what my mom say, like, she gonna do it back when you're kidding. Like, y'all know how y'all mamas be. Like, wait till you have a daughter.
You gonna see.
But I was a good child.
She was.
I was a really great child. I had some moments, of course.
Everybody
all of our girls go through our attitudes and stuff like that. But I'm super excited about having a daughter. Yes, y'all know I do matching family, so I'm excited about us dressing up together. I'm just excited to teach her about like girl things and have like girl chit chats like this with her. Like, I want me and my daughter's bond to be like so close, because like that's just like what I desire. Like, so I'm so excited. That's gonna be my bestie. Like, Sincere is my best friend, and literally God's way of like giving you what you want is like giving you like two best friends. So now I have 2 best friends. It's like when I need a boy perspective, I'm gonna go talk to my son.
There you go.
And when I need a little girl, I'm going to go girl, and then she can get her nails done with me. It's different.
I'm so happy for her. Y'all really am. Like, can't wait for y'all to see my niece, y'all. Later on, at the end of the year. Do you feel like it's necessary to whoop or spank your kids?
Necessary? I'm gonna definitely say it's necessary to discipline.
Okay.
I don't really believe that you need to whoop or spank.
And by the way, this don't gotta be a hard ass. It could be like a,
Oh yeah, like pop. Yeah, my son gets pop. Like, he know you want to pop. No, okay. But definitely, like, when you're disciplined and it's structured. So it's tiers to this, because it kind of goes like back to school. Y'all know back in the day they used to paddle kids and all that, but really if you just have a good structure in your home and then good discipline, then the whooping and the spanking kind of is like the last resort. So I don't ever lead with that with my son. He's very like advanced for his age, and he understands exactly what mommy and daddy tells him. And he understands like these are our routines, this is our structure, this is how we do things. And I also give my son choices. Like, a lot of parents don't want to give their kids choices, and that's why kids act out, because just think about it as a person. You don't want somebody telling you gonna do this, you gonna do this, you gonna do this. Like, you want to have options. Like, I might want to wear this, I might want to do this. So I give him choices on like what he wants to eat, what he wants to wear, what he wants to do today, and stuff like that, because it'll alleviate a lot of the necessary discipline that will need to go on, because they're not going to act out because they want to get their way sometimes. Absolutely. So if I allow him to get his way, then we don't really need to get to that. But now if we do, and there may be a time that we do, I will get a belt. Like, you playing with me. Like, you gonna
right,
get your
right,
butt
right. And I know, like, the older they get and stuff, you know, they learn more words, you know, they know more things. So I know every now and again, it might, you never know, I might have to get to that point, but it's never no extra shit where you beat on the damn
But
child,
kids,
like that.
people have to understand that kids come into this world as new beings. They don't know
They
any
don't
better.
have
So
to teach them.
you have to teach them. And as a parent, that's your job. So if you don't teach your child something, you can't expect for them to just know. And some parents do think that way, like, you should have knew better. How should they have known better? They only been here for 24 months. Like,
don't be coming up here if you don't have patience. I definitely learned that being first hand, seeing with my sister having a baby, you have to have patience. Like, it's no.
And it's okay
it
to repeat yourself. Like, a lot of parents, like that old school parenting is, I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Like, once I get to like the 8th, 9th time, it depends on the child's age, because you're going to repeat yourself. So once I get to like the 8th, 9th time, okay, now you trying to be. But when parents be like, I'm not going to repeat myself, they don't want to repeat themselves once, twice, or 3 times, and that's a problem, because you have to. That's the only way kids going to learn. Hell, adults, I got to repeat myself.
There we go.
Like, y'all grown. Y'all been here.
There we go, Kera. There we go. Right. How do you juggle being a wife, a mom, and an entrepreneur?
Ooh, okay.
How do you do it, girl? How do you do it?
How do I juggle the 3? Y'all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. People talk about balance and balance and balance. It's not gonna always be a balance like this. Mm-hmm. Sometimes one thing gets less, sometimes something gets more. And I think proper communication with my husband is number one.
Okay.
Like, I try to like let him know, like, babe, I have this and this to do. Or you know, I tell Sincere, and y'all, I talk to my son like he's a
girl. I'm trying to tell y'all, my baby's smart.
My baby knows, like, when it's time for mommy to work, it's time for mommy to work, and when mommy's done, like, we play. I give him my full and undivided attention, and nobody can interrupt that. But
I love that.
Like, communication is just so important amongst the 3, and like with my businesses and people that I work with and I partner with, they understand too. Like, I have all this stuff going on, but I always make sure I get the work done. So a lot of times it's a lot of late nights and early mornings, or it could be early nights and late mornings. So it just depends on the season. Like, with me being pregnant right now, like, I have to get rest, obviously, and people understand that, like, I'm pregnant, so I may sleep later and just get up the next morning and try to do more work, or I may stay up later because the house is quiet. So it just depends, like, different seasons for different reasons.
You got it under control, though. Dang, that's great. That's great. What is your advice for any young moms that are in their early 20s?
Good question. So, advice that I would give to early 20s mom, I would say, excuse me, have patience with yourself, because you're also still developing, you're also still growing, and you're not going to be the best mom right away. Hell, moms in their late 20s or early 30s are not going to be the best moms right away. But like I said earlier, God bless you with your child, bless your child with you, and y'all are the best fit for each other. So you just gotta have patience with yourself, give yourself grace, and allow yourself to grow as you go. And just lean on others that you know are really there for you. Like, a support system is super important. So if you have that, you know, lean on that. If you don't have that, I totally understand, and try to form it within, like, communities. Like, there's Facebook groups for like moms connections and things like that. There's Instagram groups of like social, like, just leaning on other people for support, because you're not going to know all the answers. Like, it may be questions that you need answers to, and maybe you're afraid to ask them, but if you go into these groups and things like that, then people may have already asked it and you can, like, refer to it. So give yourself grace, have patience, and honey, you are going to be
this.
Okay.
You got this. Period. What age are you excited to experience with your kids the most? So it can be different ages for both, or it can be the same, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean,
it can be multiple ages too, because you're probably excited about more than one age.
I love
all the ages. I know, but you gotta pick. You gotta. The most excited.
The most excited, I think I would say when both of my kids can walk and talk at the same time. So probably like Sincere will be 4 and baby girl will be 2. So like it'll be like they both can talk and walk and like actually remember experiences that we give to them. But then like 6 and 7, that's my favorite age group. Like, cause that's like first grade. That is her favorite. Honestly, I was a first grade teacher, so I love that age range. Like, they're just so still attached to mommy and daddy, and you know,
They
still
are.
just kids and fun and vibrant and want to do this and want to do that. You know, yeah. So
what about teenage ages? Are you looking forward to that or not really?
I'm not really looking forward to it. I don't want to rush anything. I'm enjoying every moment as it comes, because literally they grow so fast. Like, parents are going to tell you that if you're first time mom, like, they grow so fast, you better enjoy it, which is really true, but you don't really want to hear that.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm not really like looking forward to it, but when it comes, like, you know, I just pray that God has my back.
Because y'all, just seeing how we were, young adults and teenagers, like, it's gonna be a lot, but Kara is literally fit to be a mom, y'all. Like, and I honestly can't. It's gonna be years and years and years from now, obviously. But when she becomes a teenager, like, I'm definitely excited to see both of them, my nephew and my niece. But I'm definitely excited to see that, like, so where they're gonna be, like, the type of advice they're gonna ask for. Like, it's just really it's gonna be so fun.
It's just a little nerve wracking, though, like having like both genders, because for the boy side, like mama's boy, like that's my baby, so having these little girls chasing after my baby, and like they want to meet the mom. It's like, it's my baby. I don't know about y'all little fast girls, but
she kind of got a taste of that too. She has a younger brother too, so you know she kind of got a taste of that too.
Having a younger brother, I didn't want my brother to have no girlfriend. Like, I was protective of him. Like, that's my baby. I don't know. Y'all little girls be fast out here.
Not playing about you.
And then with my daughter, it's like, y'all boys. Like,
honey,
this bird. It's a whole nother level.
My bro gonna be going crazy.
Y'all, I'm
He
scared.
Niggas' asses.
I'm scared for my daughter, because a big brother and a father.
Honey,
like,
forgot about sister, honey. I love that though. Like, I love that. Like, I want that type of family too. Like, definitely. Like, I feel like having an older brother, that's so clutch. Like, I'm the only child, y'all, so I didn't get to experience that. And we relate with that too. Like, how whatever we didn't have for ourselves, we want for our kids. Like, that's just period. So I love that. Yes. So yes, y'all, that pretty much wraps up our video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed this. I love learning new things, and we always learn new things about each other. We know a lot about each other, but we still learn new things, and that's amazing. So, like I said, I didn't just do this video for my old or young. It's for everybody, like, and for anybody that has any of these questions or concerns, you know. And I'm not trying to have no kids no time soon, but I still would love to know. I still love to know these things. So, I love this stuff, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank y'all for having me, Kayy Family.
There it is. So, you already know what to do. Like I said, hit that subscribe button if you're not already a part of the family. Give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Y'all already know. Y'all already got to get at my sister. Life is so sincere. We already hit 1K, so y'all already know what's next, okay? I will see y'all next weekend.